Hello, and welcome to Recent Activity, your new favorite entertainment review podcast that attempts to cover every film, every show, all at once. I am your co-host, Andrew Morgan. With me, as always, is the nut job who's about to chop this podcast up, Mr. Shane Beauregard. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, sir. I am ready to rock and roll and get into these topics we have for today.
Yeah, man. You're sleeveless. You're about to get swallowed up by a hurricane. It's a good day for you.
That's right. It's a good day.
Yeah, you're all full of adrenaline. We're going to give you guys the shortest podcast ever, probably, because we're going to only talk about two things, and you and I were kind of ambivalent going in, or possibly slightly upset. So we are going to cover the latest M. Night Shyamalan movie, Trap, which, again, we're on the hype train for, and we'll see if that one left the station, as we've been disappointed a little bit lately with a bunch of movies. And House of the Dragon season finale happened, an 8-episode season that the more I've learned about like how kind of the season was kind of cut short, they thought they were in a good place where the finale was and everything else, all these justifications. We will see if it passed the muster for us. But Shane, let's start up top with M. Night, our good friend.
Let's rip this Band-Aid off, buddy. Let's rip it off.
So I forget, where was your mind about M. Night, say, in the last few years? Because for me, you know, I'm a person who, I don't know if it was because it was around the time my kids came around or whatever. I never watched like Split and Glass, which is the ones that people will defend like later stage Shyamalan is good, right? Oh. And then, but in the last couple movies here leading into Trap, you're talking Old and you're talking Knock at the Cabin. And both those movies were basically like, oh man, this trailer is the shit. You watch the movie and you're like, this is a 30-minute idea made into a 90-minute movie that you wait for the twist to make your decision about his movies, and then you see the twist and you just kind of go all shoulders. You're just like, oh, whatever, that was fine. Right. Or sometimes you're just visibly upset. So where are you with him before you got into Trap?
I always feel like I defend him in my own head. You know what I mean? I have this battle, like, because like he comes out the gate. And you know, I was talking about this earlier with somebody. It's like you make your best movie with your first movie, right? Excuse me. And how do you top that?
Or at least it puts you on the map, sure. Yeah.
Right. And then Unbreakable, we know his early stuff. And then he just put me to sleep and he disappointed me. But then he got me back with The Visit.
Put you to sleep.
Yeah, it's in like the Lady in the Lake and all that whatever stuff.
Okay.
Water, pool, whatever. Movies.
Yeah, sure.
The trees and all that stuff. Like I just couldn't deal with
awful,
them. Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah.
So he reeled me back in with that small independent film, The Visit, he did before Knock on the Cabin.
Right.
I love the movie, That Visit. And I didn't mind Knock on the Cabin. So I'm like, okay. And Old, I thought was okay, right? It wasn't terrible, wasn't great, held my attention. So he's a director I feel like I'm just like giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, this is going to be the one you turn it around. And I'm just done giving him passes. Like, I'm done. Like, I think the best of him is 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to get in this stage of his directorial career that we're just going to get the old M. Night or anything close to it. I think we'll get passable films we can like and enjoy, but nothing that's going to be like have us talking at work the next day, like, oh my God, did you see? No, I think those days are gone, and I'm done making excuses for him. I'm just over him. I'm not going to apologize for him anymore.
So now he also did that TV show, right? Servant or whatever it was?
Servant.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
I lost interest in that show.
Okay.
So not
helping there either. Yeah.
Not helping there either.
Okay. All right. Well, so I'm right in that camp. You couldn't start any hotter to a career outside of the one movie he did with Rosie O'Donnell that no one will acknowledge. Sixth Sense is not his first film, technically.
Right. Yeah, I know.
But Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs are three very good movies right out the gate. I started to fray with The Village, and some people really ride for that movie. Go for it. That's fine. I think I need to rewatch it because I think it's one of those movies that, like, it didn't have a prayer being as good as the other three. So I wonder if I dragged it a little bit more or whether it deserves more of a drag. I don't know. I need to go back. But call me crazy. I enjoyed myself in Lady in the Water. And then I got out of the movie and then heard everybody fucking complain about it. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep that to myself for a while. Because I like The Fable. And I love Paul Giamatti. I thought it was well done. But hey, whatever. Nobody needs to care about my woes. And again, another movie I haven't watched, though, since I saw it in the theater. So might need to revisit. But yeah, old and Knock at the Cabin, hot trailers, very good at getting early tension. And then they lost me.
Yeah.
And it turns into like these Twilight Zone episodes that are just have gone on too long, or Black Mirror or whatever. And he keeps cranking them out. I guess he has good budget levels and people keep seeing them. So he's going to keep getting the green light as long as he's productive and horror's still hot. But what's weird about Trap, dude, and I think the scores echoed those same sentiments. This thing has like horror, thriller, Silence of the Lambs stuff all tossed around. Fuck you. This movie's boring. This movie, it just loses all the luster because it's like a cat and mouse game where the cat is barely seen and has no real connection to the mouse. And it's just how clever can you be going around a pop concert, you know? And everything from like, how they got their information to really set up the trap and how they execute, like none of these things actually make any sense when they really start to fall apart once you start thinking about it. And even just the tension, I don't think it was there. And then the end just really didn't grab me to like, you know, because obviously with him, it's always about like, all right, well, what's the extra wrinkle and how can this be saved if I'm not enjoying up to the, like, say the 80-minute mark, 70-minute mark.
Right.
And it didn't even do that. So, and honestly, I thought the dialogue delivery, the acting was so stilted and like dry and cartoonishly. Like, why are we shooting everyone face forward? What's the point in that? I didn't have a full shake on that, even just composition wise. So I didn't get this one. It did nothing for me. And I wonder if you feel the same.
I am on the same page.
Yeah.
Like, I liked the trailer. Obviously, we both just said that.
Yeah.
And the problem with this movie is not Josh Hartnett. I thought this is a different role for him.
Sure.
You can see it in him. He has that serial killer, like he can play that role.
Yeah.
It's just this movie's so poorly written, and you have to suspend your belief in a lot of scenes in this movie.
Yeah.
To the point where it becomes laughable. And I'm like, what is he, David Copperfield? Like, how does he keep getting out of the situations? And you find out it's like, there's no fucking way he's getting out of here. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. It's some real Bugs Bunny shit that he's got going on to where he's like, I can figure out how to get every pass, everything. Like, it's like, okay, dude.
Yeah. And I just found myself like nitpicking this movie as it's going on. Because I'm like, okay, what concert? Now, it's been a while since I've been to an arena concert. How many breaks? How many people are walking around the concourse during the concert? Like,
Yeah.
I don't. And she's taking like multiple. Yeah, and she's taking like multiple breaks. Enough breaks where people like it furthers the plot, and he's able to like scope out the police and scope out the camp. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And then again, like,
how
we
dumb
get to
is
the
his
third
daughter?
act.
Be like,
Yeah.
Jesus, dude, how long you need to go? But you know,
And we get to the third act, and that's where it just completely falls apart. Because again, with M. Night, you always got that last 5-second scene that shouldn't be there or shot. And it's when he grabs the bike. And I'm like, oh, it would have made a loud, audible noise. And there's no way he could have rolled that up in his whatever.
Sure.
Like, I was done with it at that point. Again, I thought the little shades of comedy worked. I like the T-shirt salesman.
He's the best part of the whole movie, and they knew it by adding him in the final end credit scene. Yeah,
I got a good laugh out of that.
It was the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, and I'm fine with M. Night wanting to showcase his daughter. I have no issue with that. Right?
Yeah, big year for his family.
Yeah, I thought this was a movie kind of like Kevin Smith does with his daughter. Like, here's my daughter. there.
Yeah, but to put
You know what
her
I
in
mean?
like a big chunk of this movie and really
I thought it
having
was
to
like
sell the ending, that's extreme.
Yeah,
She doesn't have the
extreme.
experience for that.
She does not. You can tell because she's really raw in the scenes that she was in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought the actress who played the daughter, albeit stupid through the movie, I thought her performance was fine.
Yeah, I say that lovingly. Like, she's a child.
No.
She probably any child would still be like, Jesus.
It was good to see Good Morning Miss Bliss in here. I haven't seen her since that show.
Oh my God, I was trying to figure out who that was. Good call. Nice. Early Saved by the Bell stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen her since that show. So good pull. Like good for M. Night to get that out there. But no, man.
Is she from Philly? Is that what happened?
Honestly, I don't even know. I should look that up.
Probably.
But no, this, as far as M. Night films go, this is like plot wise and twist wise was the most straightforward film he's done in a long time. Probably ever.
Yeah, for sure.
It just felt like a film student trying to do a Hitchcock film.
Totally.
And failing miserable at it.
Which that's his bag. He loves Hitchcock. He seems to love these Twilight Zone thoughts, and he always kind of like, rubs them together and sees what the alchemy is. And this one just didn't have it. And I don't know what his thought process was to think that there was enough meat on the bone, because when you're dealing with someone like that, part of the allure of a serial killer is that you want to know what their deal is. And they're like, well, wait, what if we caught him at the tail end of his career of it, before it goes on? Yeah, it's very silly. And you're right. And to tease the end of what they do, God help them if they do more of this shit.
Oh, I know. I don't know. And the thing that saved this movie is an hour and a half. Like, it's a very short runtime. Thank God.
Yeah, but it lingered, man.
It did linger. I think, honestly, with all the Twilight, because I think about him in this bag, too, because I'm an X-File junkie. I'm love the mystery, sci-fi, horror elements. Maybe he should just stick to doing TV shows, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with just, like we said, doing Twilight Zone, Black Mirror episode specials or shows, and I would be into it because I think he could sell at that. But I don't know, man. This was weaker than Old. This is weaker than Knock at the Cabin.
It is,
and I am a big fan of Josh Hartnett, man. Like, and I don't know. We
were talking off mic. This is his renaissance. He kind of went dark for like a decade, and now he's latched onto a couple Guy Ritchie movies. He's doing this film. He was in Oppenheimer. I really liked him in Oppenheimer, in that role. And then obviously he does it's not a cameo sort of in The Bear, but it's small. It's a very small role in The Bear, and who knows where it might go. But they gave him like a meaty scene, at least.
Oh, yeah.
So that worked for me too. And am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one.
The Guy Ritchie. No, I think that's
Operation Fortune, Wrath of Man.
Operation,
so,
Wrath of Man, yep.
Yeah.
Like you call him Guy Ritchie's, what'd you call him?
His new pet.
New pet. Yeah, new pet.
Yeah. Which great. I'm glad. Bring him back, man. I like Josh Hartnett. I have no problem with that. Obviously, results may vary in terms of the projects he's been in, this one included, but I don't, like you said, I don't blame him for this, though. Again, it's one of those, like, he's trying to sell the suburban dad thing, but also it's like, if I think of it in the context of, like, he's kind of Dextering the situation, right? But he's doing it in a very small, tight way, where he's trying to give this guy all this, any kind of depth, or, it didn't really work. It's just like, oh, he's really smart and he has a parent complex. And God help me, when the Lady Raven and or the more ending piece with the doctor trying to play these psychology
God,
101
it was that limo scene.
So bad. Like, if the movie was any worse up to that point, that would be like a walkout moment. And that's way deep into the movie, though. So it's like, all right, fine, I will continue. But good God, this is painful. And she's bad. Like, honestly, I feel bad. She's if all of these, I believe she actually did write and perform those songs.
She did.
So I'm like, solid pop star, has a presence, does all that. The acting, I couldn't couldn't buy in. So it's either the direction or the performance, which it's hard not to say performance when you don't really have a book on her. So
Right.
it's tough for that. And obviously, you know, he produces his one daughter's first movie. This daughter's getting into the game here, where they even credit her as Salika Knight Shyamalan. And I was like, bold. Okay. So I don't know if that didn't happen with his other daughter, right? They didn't put the Knight thing in there, right? So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. But yeah, I felt like it has to be the direction, because like everybody felt very tight and very still, like I said, stilted, very dry, very, I don't know. It felt like you could tell they were almost acting onto themselves. Like they had no mirror. Like there was no chemistry. There was no bond of anything. It didn't latch, including the married couple, who you would hope, you know, the most you got was the father-daughter thing, I guess. And even then they have to sideline that. And it's weird how it kind of comes around, where it's just like, oh yeah, I forgive you, or whatever. I'll give you a big old hug. It's like, okay. So I had nothing to grasp from this movie. I walked out and immediately like, whoop, whoop, fucking Men in Black. And I was like, I don't remember. I don't care about this movie, and I'm going to move on with my life.
Yeah. In fact, you know, given the choice, since we have 2 Shyamalan movies this year, I'd go back and watch the fucking Watchers or The Watcher, whatever that was, over this again.
I guess, but they're both in that like 2.5 zone, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I was a little more annoyed by the performances maybe in The Watchers or Watchers, whatever. So that one was tough. Yeah, it's hard to compare because they're both not good. This one, I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Again, I think I'm just Shyamalan pilled, Josh Hartnett pilled, where I don't want to give it a 2, and I'll probably give it a 2.5. But
that's what I gave it. I was a little lenient on that because I wanted to give it like a 2 initially when I walked out of the theater, and then I was like, godly, like.
There's not a lot of takeaways, Shane.
No, there's not. But I was like, you know, again, I'm like, oh, well, Andrew usually grades his this way. And I'm like, what did I give The Watchers? I think I gave that a 2.5. I'm like, well, yeah, it's on par with that. So I gave it a 2.5.
But yeah, that's another movie.
Andrew 2.25, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, it didn't make me so angry in the moment that I was just like, fuck this movie. But like the more I think about it, if I think about it at all after watching this movie, it's not in a positive light. And if anything,
maybe the other half.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll give the other half to the t-shirt guy ending scene.
And which my favorite thing, I've only seen 1, maybe 2, but I love the memifying of that guy. Because you know how he gives that like that long explanation of like, you know, I'm not supposed to tell you, but like, and then tells that whole thing. Right. So there's been a few memes that go around that like him explaining like other movies and TV shows. Like, I'm not supposed to tell you this, right? But like Gandalf and his friends are coming towards Mordor, okay? Like, you know, so like stuff like that. I was like, I'm all for that. That is hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
Shout out to Matt Neglia on Next Best Picture. I saw him post one of those. I think his was original, so good on him. I hope it catches on. But yeah, just to like, we're not alone. I mean, like the scores, 6.2 IMDb is kind of the high point. 65% Rotten Tomato audience score is also on the high, and 2.9 Letterboxd, 54 Rotten Tomatoes score. It is rotten at this point, if anyone cares. Yep. And 53 Metascore. So not too great for, you know, just a movie that the trailer told you everything you kind of needed to know. And then anything that's not in the trailer is not worth the additional time that you spend.
Correct.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Kid Cudi. I forgot to mention that. He's the thinker, that like kind of like over the top pop male pop star who's in it. That's Kid Cudi. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was hilarious too.
That was good.
But just to tell you that this is going to keep happening. If you didn't check the box office on that one, this is currently at $21 million worldwide. And if you look at Trap, Knock at the Cabin, and Old, they're all around the same opening weekend poll, which was like 16 million.
I was actually a little surprised when I saw that number
Domestic.
I thought that was kind of high for this movie, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
Based on
Dead Weekend, Deadpool.
Yeah,
You
Deadpool's still out in the second weekend, and what was who finished second? Was it
Twisters probably, or
Twisters?
Inside Out too. Like those are the ones that keep kind of lingering.
Right.
But
so I saw the number. I'm like, wow, that's actually decent pull for this kind of weekend, And I did see it in the theater. I saw it on a smaller screen, smaller theater, I should say. But it was packed. It was like sold out.
yeah, I mean, listen, it's still getting clobbered by Deadpool Wolverine, which just seems to obviously keep chugging along because that is at 852 million worldwide after its second full weekend. So. Good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that one's going to keep chugging along. That'll probably do like $1.5 billion at this point, unless it really slows down. Because Inside Out 2 is still kind of doing that as well. Because that is at, 1.55 billion. The biggest Pixar movie ever made.
That's a surprise too. I mean, I don't mean to
It
harp
is.
on that, but
yeah, adjusted for inflation too, it's actually still one of the biggest movie releases of all time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and for animated, I think it's not even close. I think they beat out. I think it was Frozen 2. Was like the biggie before that. Yeah, so terrible. It's wild. I mean, it's a pretty good movie, but it's not worth all like the biggest movie of all time. That's crazy talk. Same thing with Deadpool Wolverine. It's like all these like. I think people are just so starved for something that like they could just latch onto in a dead year as the whole industry is going survive to 25. So a good segue is that's where we are with TV too, because House of the Dragon just wrapped up this past weekend on Sunday night, and I hadn't seen it live, and then I spoke to you yesterday, and you referred to, I was like, I forgot what you called it, like HOD. You like shortened it to, and I was like, listen, it's Hot D, because I like doing the one from the Ringer verse people that call it Hot D because I think it's hilarious. And you were like more like hot garbage. So that's a great place to start for a show that I think really needed a big season 2, because season 1 felt like it was a clip show of just trying to rush a story to get these people aged up to where we could get to the fight, right? We can get into this war that we know is going to happen with all these dragons, all this, family infighting, and all these huge epic storylines that are going to clash. And I feel like this was more of, I don't want to lump them together because The Bear season 3 is way better than this, but I think it had a similar disease of, we know we have season 3 and possibly even season 4 to do this, and we're going to drag this shit out. And that season finale was so lackluster and ended on such a whimper that I was like, are you kidding me? Like the end of episode 7 just ramped this up. And then all of a sudden, like, we're having mud fights, like on separate areas that I've never heard of with characters that I've never seen before. I'm like, no, this is a season finale, assholes. Get to it. Show me some fucking war. Give me some impassioned speeches and some big scenes. And it just really didn't. I mean, like, hot garbage. I think it was just so flat. Like, it just didn't get to rise to where I thought it should. It was fine, but for a season finale, I was like, wait, is that it? Like, when it ended, I was just so confused. Where'd you I mean, obviously, if you're calling it hot garbage, you're probably
hot garbage
in there or worse, right?
Yeah, worse. I mean, seriously, like, just before I go off here. The showrunner did say that season 4 is the last of this. Like,
yes,
the story goes through season 4, and I don't care. Like, I don't care. That's not an excuse for your shitty season and your episodes full of nothing but fillers and having Damon walk around this castle for 6 episodes having nightmares.
That is the biggest flaw, to be honest. He was such the best part of season 1, and they neutered him in season 2.
I don't care. And then you take Kristen Cole and you turn him into a weeping, sulking vagina.
Yep.
At the end of episode 7 or 8, whatever the hell it was. Like, like you said, they ramp it up. I'm like, okay, here we go. We're gonna get some battle scenes. Nothing. The biggest action scene was the mud fight, and I didn't care. I thought it was
God, is that true?
laughable.
That's so sad.
It was.
I
It
guess that's
was.
true.
Yeah, everyone else is prepping for battle. You
Yeah.
know, getting the dragons prepping. That was the action scene of the episode was the mud fight,
That's
right?
terrifying, but
And-
yeah, you're right.
And you're gonna pick that as like best me in something. You go to mud fight, whatever. Okay, you're desperate for entertainment, whatever. I don't care. But I was so disappointed with this entire season. This episode, it felt like a whole teaser trailer for season 3.
Yes.
That's what it felt like.
Well, that's kind of what I meant in the
Yeah.
season 3 bear conversation,
Yeah,
where
that-
it's
that's-
like
that's-
we know that there's more to go, and they stretched it and really kind
Because-
of pulled their punches.
Right, and you alluded to it. Like originally, this was supposed to get like 10 episodes, and then the strike, that whatever had going on, they
Yeah.
cut it down to 8. So the natural story arc would have been, again, big battle in episode 9, and then the fallout in episode 10.
Yeah.
So this should have been a battle. Then we could have had the fallout pick up in season 3 of what happened with the battle, or at least start the battle.
Yeah.
Like do something.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the Allison storyline. I don't like. There's no characters I give a shit about in this at all anymore. Like I don't have any emotional attachment to anybody. I don't care who wins. I don't. Like Damon, like you said, is probably the most interesting character, and they sidelined him for the entire season.
Yeah, because he's the only one trying to do something. Like between him and Eye Patch Kid.
Eamon,
Eamon.
right? Yeah.
I always
And
think of
you
it as
said-
like it's always Aegon and Eamon.
Yeah,
and
Aegon,
It's like,
Eamon.
all right, come up with a different
Yeah.
fucking name structure, would you?
And Damon spends the whole season literally having nightmares and walking around this big castle. Like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Which
Like,
again,
really?
I laughed so hard. I was listening to another podcast about this one. And they were like that he came around because he watched a sped up version of Game of Thrones. Like, I was like, yeah, because he basically watched the Song of Ice and Fire. And like complete with all the characters we know, and it was weird. It was like those what is it? Oh God, Clockwork Orange, like where they like put his eyes open and make him watch like all these like horrible things. It's like that, except he's having the visions of something we all know already. But it's like it happens thousands of years, I thought, in the future.
It does.
So it's like, well,
but they don't know that. You know what I mean? They don't know when. They just know that's their what he saw.
Yeah,
that's what someone said, right? I don't care though.
He makes
I
it
don't
feel
care.
like when he gives that speech, he makes it seem more imminent. He's like, winter is coming. I'm like, whoa. Is there a winter before the winter? What are we talking about? They're like,
see, again, they don't know when winter's coming. He just doesn't know when it is, so they're prepping for it, I guess. I don't know.
This is prequel
But, like,
disease. It's lazy because the thing is, it's based on a book it's a history book. It's not based on like the classic George R. R.
Correct.
Martin stuff like A Song of Ice and Fire was.
Right. And like, I know I'm nitpicking here, but if you're trying to be a tactician like Eamon, how about like attacking Damon's castle before he gets his army raised? That might be a good idea. Just take old dragon down there and burn up the whole goddamn castle with the witch and the nightmares and all that stuff. Before he gets an army going. I don't know.
Do you admire anyone in this show? Like, is there anyone like, where it was like, in Game of Thrones, there's so many people that I'm like, oh, that guy's the conniver. He's always compelling, or oh, this guy's the one you're rooting for, or this one's there's always something that you can draw from these people, and I really don't have a lot of things to latch onto. And I think, like you said, the two biggest ones maybe we did have been sidelined all season.
Yeah, again, there's no anchor in this show for me. Like you said, like they got the guy with the cane who to me is like their version of Littlefinger, just really bad at it, and I don't care about him.
Right.
Cole I liked until they turned him into a whatever. They freaking just cut his testicles off at the end of this season.
Yeah.
And again, I don't care about anybody in this show.
Well, and on top of it, I think for largely like between the strike and financial reasons, because this is a very expensive show to create, even though it seems like a lot of it is in castles that they probably could have, especially with King's Landing being a large part of it, that
Right.
aren't these sets already made? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But obviously it's a highly produced show. But
So-
but what I wanted to say was that just they don't have a lot, like all the war scenes, all these things are off screen.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like we don't really get to engage in anything at the scale of Game of Thrones. So to me, if you're going to do that, then you need to go really intense with the dialogue and these like confrontational scenes, or at least have these people be smart in their calculations or something to grab onto with these characters, give them a certain quality that was in so many characters in Game of Thrones, and this show just doesn't supply it for me.
Right. So out of the 8 episodes, we had 1 episode where it had the dragon battle.
Right.
At the end, right? And I thought the best dialogue scenes had Otto Hightower in it until they got rid of that character.
Yep.
And there goes that aspect.
Yep.
And what Game of Thrones did great, and I know you had more characters to work with, but they developed some side characters that everyone latched onto.
Yeah.
I think now, and I don't know the character, I do like the burly dragon rider guy. I don't know his name in the show.
Fair.
Not the disrespectful one.
I was about to say the other one. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I like him so far. I like what I've seen. I think maybe I could ride with that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Him of the disappearing dead child that died off screen. Yeah.
Yes.
Like she was gray and then she was gone.
Yep. But I like him so far.
Sure.
The little I've seen of him.
Sure.
Excuse me. The other guy I would have killed at the dinner table. Like,
whatever. Yeah.
He's more annoying than anything else. I'm like,
totally.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to get up and be like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like send him to the goulash.
Yeah, I want some like Austin
Goulash.
Powers moments where like he just gets sucked into the floor and burns him alive.
Right. So maybe going forward, I'll get more of that character. We get some side characters finally developed because they really haven't developed any of the secondary characters in this show at all.
True. Yeah. Yeah, it's a TBD, and this is what I keep hating it as. Like we get into multiple seasons of stuff where you're like, just give me what I want, and they're not giving it to you. And this is the tough part, is that I'm into it enough because I'm into that kind of universe and whatever, and it'll just be a good kind of filler. But this is one of those seasons that I had to play catch up because I just was like, after I think episode 2, I was just like, whatever, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then I binge watch like 3 through 7 or 3 through 6 or 7, and then caught up, and I was like, all right, I'm kind of in. And then of course, then the finale falls flat.
Yeah. So like you, it has me in, at least for partial season 3. I think it has everyone in because everyone now is like, okay, well, as mad as I am at the moment, at least the first 2 episodes of season 3, we're going to get blood and guts and dragons and all this kind of shit we've been expecting.
Yeah.
So they better deliver, because if they don't deliver in the first 2 episodes of season 3, I'm out. Like I am out. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, again, like how long can they drag this out? And the problem is now that we know there's going to be a season 4, it's like, does that mean that 3 is going to have the same issue?
No, please no.
I mean, because what else is there besides going to that place where we're all going to be like dragon battling? I mean, the way they tease this kind of potential trap in terms of the King's Landing, kind of glide in and take over kind of thing.
Right.
It sounds great. Could we have seen that in this episode, please? Good God. Because this is the problem. Episode 8 felt like an episode 8, but of a 10 to 12 episode season. So for it to be where they landed at the end, and to know, like, because I think they have another Game of Thrones universe show starting in 2025.
They do.
That I think we're not going to get any more of this show until 2026 or late 25. Oh God, that's fucking painful. Like to leave on such a fart, and then you just have to wait, for all that time. I don't know. And especially like, it's kind of like The Boys this season not being so good after they put Gen V, which was good, in between the seasons.
Right.
I wonder if this, like, where if this newer show just seems better out the gate, God help them, because I might just be like, all right, cool, then I'm just gonna leave. You know,
Right.
I might just go, well, I have my sources from somewhere else, so sorry.
Right.
But
Yep. I'm with you.
I don't know. I think it's a bad what do you think about that strategy to have another Game of Thrones? It feels like the Marvel Disney effect or Star Wars, where it's like they just keep piling on shows, and I think I'm just gonna be out.
It does, and I'm halfway out on the new show because what is it? Ham and Egg, Tall and Egg and Jones. I don't know what this show is called.
Yes.
Like, I want to follow a knight around, like
Yeah.
in a wannabe knight. No, thanks, man.
Right.
Like, no.
Yeah, it's kind of like when they went wayward off the Skywalker saga, and then people just didn't care as much. I wonder if this is going to be that jump the shark too much moment.
If you wanted to give me that show, give it to me with Brianna Tarth and her sidekick.
Sure.
I'd watch that all day.
Yeah, and after they teased us with the potentiality of a Jon Snow after Song of Ice and Fire show, I'm like, all these ideas were way better than what you're giving me. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm with you.
It's obviously based on availability and the care of these characters too, but man, I think I will be very surprised if all this works well.
I would too. You made a good call on the whole Disney and Marvel effect. Now they're like, I don't care. I'm beginning to like not even care anymore.
Yeah, it's the IP graveyard now. It's just give us a season and see what sticks. So I don't know. We'll see. Different HBO kind of things, but you know, everybody does it. It's just this is their version, and especially in a post-strike environment, they're going to go with the safest things even more now than they were before, which is sad to say.
Well, real quick, totally off topic, since you talked about Max and HBO, I am looking forward to, because we saw a snippet of it, Last of Us Season 2. I am fully on board for that mofo.
I haven't watched that teaser of the 2025 stuff yet, so I will get on that. So you're excited, especially you're a person who knows a little bit more than me about what's to come. So you're good on that.
And they added Jeffrey. Is it Jeffrey Wright?
Yes.
To the cat. Yeah. Oh God. I'm like full dive in. I'm in.
Anything else in that teaser that tickled your fancy? Because I know they have that Welcome to Dairy show.
They did it so quick.
Okay.
Yeah. The Dairy show looked good. Last of Us looked good. And I honestly forget, but those were the two highlights from like their little mashup.
Yeah.
Mashup. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, I will have to check it out because, again, HBO always does this. They always produce such high quality stuff, whether it works out or not. So I'm always up for that Sunday night, like, let's go.
Right, me too.
So the Penguin obviously will be that version coming. What is that, September?
September, yes, baby. Let's go.
So that's coming up soon. Do they have something in between, or do they just letting Sunday night die for a while?
I think Sunday night's going to die. Oh, they showed White Lotus. Sorry, I know.
But that's 2025 too, right?
Yeah, but they showed a snippet of it in that mashup.
Got it. Yeah, so that'll be interesting because they usually don't just have it kind of vacant for a while.
Yeah, it's vacant now.
That's interesting. All right, well, we'll see. And I don't think they have anything active besides House of the Dragon. So, yeah, it's interesting to just kind of let that go for, God, what will seem at least a month. So
easy. Yeah.
Wow. All right, sir. Well, again, tough to be a disappointing weekend for us. And by the way, with no mention of, if you want to see how I truly spent my weekend, my double feature of the double Snyder cuts that I had to cover for my Netflix review stuff. You know,
bless your soul.
It's one of those things, man, that you're like, some of the complaints I had about the PG-13 versions do get mildly fixed with the length of time that he can sit with some of these characters, and, you know, or it doesn't seem like it's hacked to pieces like the original versions. But man, Snyder needs to go to therapy. Like, literally the guy is like, yeah. I know you guys were not sold on this as Star Wars. I get it. I know I'm kind of a hack, but what if I add boobs? And how about swearing? Swearing cool with you? That's what he did. He just added like sex, headshots, swearing, and he's like, "We're good, right? I don't need to fix the plot or make a finale because clearly no one's going to give him a third movie in this silly project of his." Yeah, I don't know. It's not worth your time because I fell asleep so many times. I had to keep going back. It's tragically slow. And if you thought you loved slow motion grain harvesting in the first thing, buckle up, you get even more. So that's great.
All right.
Yeah. So great job by you as always. Hopefully looking forward to Cuckoo this weekend. We're gonna check that out. We're probably gonna skip Borderlands. Sorry to the gamers out there. Mostly because I don't want to watch lukewarm Guardians of the Galaxy if I can help it. And we said something. The Instigators. Was that what it was?
I want to keep calling it the Instigators.
Yeah,
right.
Matt Damon, Casey
Affleck. Yeah.
Early reviews aren't great, but because it's Apple TV Plus, we'll probably end up checking it out because that's what we do, and we'll be at home. So, especially with you batting down the hatches for hurricane stuff,
hatches, starting the night.
Yeah, so weather here for the next few days too, up in the north. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough ride. Just like this weekend was content-wise, but we will weather the storm, and we will be back next week for more recent activity.